Hi, I want to start off by saying my name is Kylie Cade, and I want to personally dedicate this speech to all of the athletes who've taken their lives, or still struggle to this day with mental health. For example, people like Katie Mayer, Stanford goalkeeper, Sarah Schultz, she is from Wisconsin cross country, and Jaden Hill, a Northern Michigan track and field. I am myself a college student athlete, and I play college soccer. Growing as a player is kind of realizing the importance of mental health, because it is so crucial to every student athlete out there. Injuries, emotional stress, and physical strain put student athletes at such a higher level for anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. It is so difficult to realize when a student athlete is hurt because there's such a stigma around it, and us student athletes often are not able to speak up about it. And I wanted to come on here today and share this because I myself am struggling with my own mental health recently. It has been so difficult to lose the love of your sport and you have always played because you wrap your personality and your whole self around it. You tend to put everything you have into it, and that is what soccer has done for me. I have played soccer since I was about 3 years old, and I quit all of my sports because my mom told me I had to choose between soccer and every other sport. And it has gotten to me to the point where it is not enjoyable anymore. Soccer has turned into a have to instead of want to. Going to practice every day and doing everything constantly has constantly drained me. But I keep going every day because my family and I both have made sacrifices. And so many student athletes have fallen into this category where they keep playing past the point that it is enjoyable for them. Because everyone around them has made so many sacrifices for them to keep them and get them to where they are now. Now, also depending on the level, you can almost guarantee that someone around you is dealing with mental health, on or off the field. Because of this, everyone struggles with their mental health. So the studies that I have is about 35% of elite athletes suffer from a mental crisis. 25% of athletes struggle with mental illness, and 10 to 15% of all athletes experience psychological issues that are almost worse enough that it requires counseling. And then about 6.3% of all student athletes show symptoms of depression. And that is just about only the people that are willing to speak up. Now, being able to realize when to speak up about your mental health is so crucial and such a game changer because athletes, like I said, they wrap their personality around the sports they play. And the pressure pushes them to make sure that they succeed at everything that they do when it comes to their sport. Most student athletes actually tend to put all their sports needs before their basic and their school needs, which I do the same as well. And so, with that being said, college has the worst record when it comes to mental health. So, there's been a study that has been found through the NCAA that mental exhaustion, anxiety, depression rates have remained 1.5 to 2 times higher than identified before COVID, the pandemic. About 16% of the women's sports participants said that they felt lonely and hopeless in a fall 2020 survey, as 38% of those in women's sports and 22% of men's sports participate reported feeling super depressed and felt mentally exhausted on a most everyday basis. Student athletes that let their identities get wrapped in their sport, their performance then goes on hand in hand with that, making it feel way worse and their performance decreases. As well, I fall into that category, and it makes it so difficult to continue to play the sport. However, I did coach a club soccer team over the summer, and it ended up being one of the best times I've had in a while. To see the kids' dedication and drive for this sport, it really brought the spark back into the sport I once loved. And so, with that being said, I being able to push through all of the bad times for the times like that made me realize that this is what I want to do and why I keep going. But until this one day that I was at a soccer game and I came home after that bawling my eyes out because I continued to mess up and get turnovers, and my teammates kept screaming at me and making me feel like a really bad player. So that is when I knew something had to change. When I came home, I went to my mom and expressed how I felt. Then this is when we got help, and it improved me drastically. But overall, with that, I'm basically trying to explain that if you get help, it will make it better and it will improve your performance and your self-confidence and self-worth. And I'm trying to push athletes from the speech today to speak up when they're hurt inside. It will then improve them. And so the bottom line is, if you are struggling, there is someone out there that genuinely cares for you. And that is all. So thank you.